getting hand-trapped is now 100% more punishable for this archetype. Make sure you guys smash that living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Run through the danger with K9. And, of course, you got the waifus in here, the furries, and, you know, somebody's going to make the comment, oh, she could tie me up. You degenerates. So this is going to be K9, number 17, Izuna, which means that there's going to be a whole lot of these in future archetypes. This is going to be a level 5 Earth monster who's going to be a warrior. Okay, well, can't rota for this. Gosh darn it. 2100, 1600. You can only use the second and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So if your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Okay, I like that. During the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn, quick effect, special summon this card from the hand. Oh, okay, so I just get hand trapped. Sure. Okay, if this card is no more special, you can send a K9 card from your deck to the graveyard except for this. And then, of course, Izuna is a fox spirit that is kept trapped in a bamboo pipe. Okay, I see you. So we've got free extensions all day long here. So this is going to be K9 number 66A. Jökull. This is a level 5 dark. Aqua. I love these weird typings. 2000 attack, 1900 defense. Second and third effect once per turn. So if your opponent has 2 or more cards in the hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. You can reveal this card in one other level 5 in your hand, special summon both, but they cannot be used as material for the exceed summon of a light monster. Interesting downside. But during your main phase, we can add a non-aqua K9 monster from your deck to your hand. So this actually is pretty gosh darn good because this is going to be a free toggle. So we've got a warrior and an aqua here. I really do kind of wish that this would be, you know, this is something we could use, but also the first one was Earth, right? So this one's going to be dark. And then our next one down here is going to be dark as well. Wow. So this archetype is mainly going to be dark and Earth. So this is another 2019. This one's going to be dark pyro. Okay, well, that's actually kind of cool. I do like the theme going on here a little bit more with the background. So, second, third effect, this card's name once per turn. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in the hand, free normal summon without tribute. Good stuff. If this card is in your hand, you can target a non-pyro level 5 K9 monster in your graveyard. Special summon it and this card, but they cannot be used as exceed material for the exceed summon of a light monster. Sorry, light monsters, you're just getting no love here. During your main phase, we can add a K9 spell trap card from our deck to our hand. Oh, well, say no more, archetype. I will take 2 frickin' searchers here in order to do this. But anybody else find these summoning requirements to be just like Regenesis? Because it feels like they just took a page out of Regenesis's book and copy and pasted it here. And then it looks like Dante wanted to show up in this archetype. Of course, we got another warrior here, but this one. This guy is souped up. So this is going to be level 5 Earth Beast Warrior with 2300 attack, 200 defense. Now you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So during the main phase, if your opponent activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn, quick effect, we can also summon this card from the hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. That's very important. So this is the one that we can Foolish Burial with Izuna. So during your opponent's turn, quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, we can exceed summon using this monster you control as material. And then an exceed monster that has this card as material gains the following effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. I like recurrable resources that can come back to the graveyard, from the graveyard here, as long as, you know, your opponent has done something. We live in such an era right now where hand traps are such a pain in the butt. So to have a counter to that is really, really nice. So we have, starting off here, number 17, the Ripper. Now keep in mind that there is no ultra rare on this. This is not our ultra this set, which is kind of crazy. This is going to be a rank 5 that's going to require 2 level 5 monsters. This is entirely generic. We're kind of sitting on that threshold that we were kind of worried about as Konami made more generic archetype stuff. Yeah. So you can only use the first second effects of this card's name once per turn. So we can detach a material from this card to add a K9 card from our deck to our hand. Then if your opponent has activated a monster effect this turn, you can set a K9 quick play spell from your deck or graveyard. Holy crap, man. Like, the punishing effects of getting hand-trapped is getting worse and worse. And when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, we can detach one material from this card to negate that effect. Okay. I mean, sure, this card is actually insane, man. Good stuff. Oh, this is a light. So this is interesting because that other card, what was the specification that we couldn't make with this? For the exceed summon of a light monster. So we can't actually make this with that. But that's interesting. So this is going to be 25, 25, 2 level 5s. Cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects the turn it's special summon. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, this card gains 500 attack points when that effect resolves. That is not a once per turn attack gain. That's pretty big. And then once per turn during the standby phase, we detach a material from this card to target one card on the field and banish it. Now, I guess it's cool going into the opponent's standby phase that you can get a detach interrupt on something, but I don't know. I really don't like this card. I feel like this could have been a whole lot better, but I see our Ultra down here. I'm hoping that this is our saving grace here. So this is Canine X Werewolf. So this is going to be 2 level 9s to make. This thing has 3,300 attack points with 2,500 defense. And it is entirely generic here with 2 level 9 monsters to make it. So you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. So while this card has material, it can attack a number of times during each battle phase up to the number of materials attached to it. Okay. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can detach one material from this card, then activate the effect based on whose turn it is. So if it's yours, and banish one card your opponent controls and or one card from their graveyard. Okay. Your opponents. Look at your opponent's hand and banish one card from it face down until the end phase. Okay, so we actually get to pull back the resource here off of this. This is actually not too terrible of a card. I quite like this, actually, a lot. All right, so not a bad power-up. Now, how are we getting this thing on the field? So this is the Canine LC Liberation. Yes, the police out here coming for when you get hand trapped. So, you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. It's a quick effect. So you can target one Canine Exceed monster or any rank 5 monster you control. So I'll summon a Canine Exceed monster with a different card name from the extra deck by using that monster you control as material. This is treated as an Exceed summon and transfer its materials to the summon monster. Okay. At the end of the battle phase, if your Canine monster battled this turn, you can set this card back from the graveyard. So this is actually kind of cool. This ranks up any rank 5 that we control to make that Canine boss monster. That's actually kind of really cool, man. I'm actually really happy to see that, we got like a diverging point here to be able to kind of go down some of this cool stuff. Oh, X Forced Liberation. This is another quick play spell card here. So you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So during the main phase, target one Canine Exceed monster you control. So summon one Canine Exceed monster with a different name from your extra deck by using that monster you control as material. This is treated as an Exceed summon and transfer its materials to that summon monster. Then you can destroy one card your opponent controls. A rank up pop. Okay. At the start, at the end of the battle phase, if your Canine monster battled this turn, we can actually reset this card back to the field. Okay. So we got more mode changing here. And then we've got the EW Experimental Liberation. So this is going to be a normal trap card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So special summon a Canine monster from your hand or graveyard. Then you can special summon one Canine Exceed monster from your extra deck by using the first monster as material, and the second special summon monster is treated as an Exceed summon. But destroy the second monster during the end phase of the next turn. Okay. During the end phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, target one Canine quick play spell card in your graveyard, and set it. And then we've got some pretty good reprints down here, like Overlay Booster, the Volcasaurus, Chronomaly, and of course the Imperial Princess down here. But in terms of what we're doing, it's rank up madness, honestly. I think this Werewolf card, I like this archetype. I think that this is kind of fun, actually. Not something that I really expected, but I will take this. So what do you guys think about this archetype? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.